Gentlemen's Homebrew.
Coming at you with a beer review.
That's right, and we've got one today from who?
Our very special friend, S.J. Poor, who may have come and visited us.
May have, yeah. And here's what he brought us. It's the Newport Storm 13. Now, what we didn't know about this beer was...
It's an annual release.
That's right. That means this was from 2013. It's a 2-year-old beer. They change this beer up every year. It's actually made by Newport Storm Brewery. It's actually brewed by Coastal Extreme Brewing Forum. Tell them a little bit about the beer, Christian.
So they vary the recipe every year, and in 2013 they used 3 different roasts, which is pretty awesome. And they did Rhode Island's Ocean Coffee Roasters. It sounds like from what we read that they had their own coffee going there. So that's pretty cool. And they added it to the fermenter much like dry hopping, which is pretty awesome. And then they aged it in oak barrels to give it like that vanilla hint. So I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, sounds really great. So it's considered an Imperial Stout / coffee beer. And it's a 12% ABV. So we're going to get this puppy cracked open. So this turns out to be corked.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, there we go.
Well, do you already get hints of the vanilla from the barrel? I already got wafts.
Oh, I'm getting it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what can we say?
It's dark.
It's a low head. It's very dark. I'd say it's really dark brown, not black, but I'm going for the nose. Ooh.
There's that coffee.
Yeah, it's like first thing I get is like a black coffee, like a rich, dark black coffee with some vanilla and some like nice sweetness, almost as if it was like a sweet, artificial vanilla, like sweetener.
Yeah, they have that vanilla in there. They got the coffee.
There's some roastiness, a hint of some chocolate on it. Yeah, and the chocolate I get off it's more like a baker's chocolate, maybe a hint of like a cocoa powder.
Yeah, I kind of get like a milk chocolate scent in there a little bit.
It's not like super complex. At first I almost thought I got dark fruits, but I'm not picking that up now.
I was thinking I was going to get dark fruits, and then I thought I was getting more coffee, but...
I get a light woodiness too, so you get some of that oak coming off of it as well. But it's kind of nice. You swirl it, it builds a head, and then leaves some lacing on there.
And as you swirl it, it brings out more of that aroma profile.
I say we jump in.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea.
Cheers. The first thing I'm going to say is probably age, with this being a coffee beer, probably has not done it real well. I get like a light, I get a good bit of like, is it like an acidity? Or is that like tannins? Both.
Yeah, I thought I was actually catching tannins earlier in the aroma. You do get the tannins. You definitely get the coffee. You're actually what I'm getting a little bit from what we get from Abyss once in a while is the like the green olive taste to it, or like the more earthiness.
And I'm gathering now that what I'm getting is a astringency, probably a good bit of astringency coming off the coffee.
Aside from that, you're getting a good coffee note, like heavy coffee. You're not getting as much of the stout or the chocolates. It's going to be more of a bitter chocolate, like a dark baker's cocoa, I'd say. And
it's interesting that it's a deep, dark flavor. And so part of the flavors I'm getting reminds me of Boris from Hop and Frog, if you're familiar with that style. It's not quite as sweet as Boris would be, a little less of the chocolate.
When they said they went all out on the coffee flavor, they really did. Like, you're just getting that deep, earthy coffee flavor.
So we're going to take a little time with this to enjoy it, and we'll come back with some more conclusions and numbers. Okay, we're back. So it's a interesting beer. We have some observations we'll share with you in a minute, but any other flavors, nuances that you pulled out, Christian?
No, it's just really strong coffee. Like, you really notice how deep the coffee flavor is, and I think when it was first released, you'd get even more of that. Like you get that real deep espresso coffee roast to it. It probably had a little bit more vanilla, maybe a little bit more base.
Sorry, the dog had some beer and got upset at a vehicle. All right, moving on. You were saying.
Fucking lush. So I think the one thing that I do want to point out, since this is 2-3 years aged
2 years
now,
age, roughly, yeah.
The main thing is that this is a blue bottle, and I don't know how long SJ had it for himself. I'm sure he properly stored it, but it's very clear. I think that if it sat on like a store shelf in the open light for a long time, that probably
created some skunkiness.
Yeah, there is some skunkiness. I think it helped with the astringency in the coffee form, and it didn't help the beer for the aging process. Yeah, unfortunately.
We were both thinking that, wow, some pretty high tannins, some pretty high astringency from the coffee. And then we get it empty and realize light is coming through this bottle.
But yeah, like we said, it's got a great base. You could really tell that there was something there. I think when it was first came out,
I bet it was killer.
Oh,
I bet this was an insane beer fresh.
Yeah, I mean, because only SJ would bring us the best. I'm assuming.
No, I know that. And so anyway, Stephen, if you've got any more of those sitting around, drink them. If you bought it off the shelf, don't buy another one. But I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it was so much better at one time. All right, so we're going to start off as usual. We're going to start off with the Imperial Stout. If you want to say coffee Imperial Stout, that's fine. But how would you rate this one?
Well, for the 2.5-year aged beer, unfortunately, I'm going to have to rate it like around the 81 percentile. It's like, it's a good beer. It's got a great base, but the problem is that it had so many off flavors, astringency, a little skunkiness that you couldn't enjoy it like you really should.
And I'm not quite as strong because I don't know. I see the potential in everything. That's my sign is right here.
I see what I have right now.
And I'm giving it an 85. I think because as you drink it, some of that fades away, or at least how my mind works, and I really start appreciating the good stuff that's behind it. So 85 for style.
What about live in Oregon, so we did smoke a bowl before this, so it's...
Yeah, no. But it's always available. Yes. And so anyway, what do you think about overall?
Overall, like I said, it's a good beer. It has a good base. I think I'm just going to stick it like, I hate doing this, a 79. Like, it was just... I'm so disappointed that the coloring and the age, just something got to it, and I really want to taste this beer fresh.
Overall for me, I'm sticking with my 85 because I'm still rather enjoying it. I'm just disappointed that I think it had some effects of age, but I'm still digging on it. So here it is. It looks like a black bottle when it's empty. It's a blue bottle. It's the Newport Storm 2013. This is an annual release that varies every year. It's from Newport Storm Brewery. And this is Kevin.
And this is Christian.
We're saying life is too short
to drink cheap beer.
And we'll see you
on the next beer review.